Guys, deluded, I'm back again. Thank you very much for having me. YouTube's Lucas Torreira. Apologies for the delay in this vid. I say apologies for the delay because it should have been out a while ago, but it is what it is at this moment in time. For those who've seen, Theirry Henry looks to be on the verge of becoming Bordeaux manager, as you've seen in my previous vid. Until it happens, we don't know. A couple other names have been thrown into the ring, but specific to Arsenal, what it could mean for Arsenal, you'd be forgiven for thinking there's no correlation because there isn't. But allegedly, Theirry Henry wants to bring his former teammate and former Arsenal player, now scout, Gilles Grimandi. I hope I've said his name correctly, or Gilles Grimandi. Either way, you remember who the player is. Take him over to be part of his new team in Bordeaux. Now, it's unclear whether it will be in a scouting role or a chief scouting role, which he actually has at Arsenal, or if it will be in a coaching capacity. To which, if it is at a coaching capacity, at 47 years of age, if I was him, I'd take that, because I don't know if that's what he's on. If he's comfortable doing the scouting thing and that's all he wants to do, then cool. But if I was him, you'd be forgiven for... He's still young in footballing terms. He's 47. That is very young, but because of the role he's in, and obviously he knows Henry before and the Arsenal connections and all of these things, will that opportunity come again? I don't know. If he can answer honestly in his heart and say he's pretty sure it will come again, or he thinks he will come again, or it's just not the right time for him sort of thing, then cool. But if not, you're going to be wondering what if. Now, he's obviously, a lot of people don't remember him as the player. I mean, he was here from 97 to 02. He won the FA Cup and 2 FA Cups, I believe, and likewise for the Premier League. And yeah, he's a known defender of Wenger. You saw his comments last year defending Wenger, actually by rating Keown and Henry for criticising him in public, actually. So yeah, man, like I said, it's unclear what role he will get for Bordeaux or under Theirry Henry and whatnot. But yeah, I mean, what it would mean for us is what concerns me, to be honest with you, because I do think France is a market we've lacked behind. We finally got some talent there. Guendouzi came to the club. I bet they were watching DG's vids. But you've seen, with arguably the best crop of players collectively in France, or the best generation in a while, from first team to under 16, 17s, we're missing out. We're out there getting Yaya Sanogo and these sort of duds there, when we could have really got Dembele for a modest fee. What's his name? Kante, who Wenger claims to have known from 13, 14 years of age. Not that helps us. Thomas Lemar, Kylian Mbappe, who, to be fair, we tried, but it didn't happen. Many examples in it. I mean, Arsenal always trying. Many examples of where we've lost out in it. So if we bring in someone better who can actually get these things closed, then cool. And on top of that point, I have to wonder what it means for our structure, because I don't know if if he reports to Mislintat, but because of the nature of their roles, they obviously intertwine with each other. So is Mislintat now going to get an increased foothold to bring in either his people or to target scouting in a different way in France, or is he going to do another approach? Because like Portugal, I've said it, we've lacked in Portugal. It does feel like we scout players in Portugal for no reason. I do think that in France, because we're not returning with good players, and when we do, we don't give them a chance. Like you've seen with Jeff, from his initial promise to obviously having to depart the club 3 years or so later. So, like I said, the role that he could get at that club, at Bordeaux, it's unclear whether it would still be scouting, whether it would be chief scout, whether it would be just on the coaching staff, or a completely made up role. I don't know. What it means for Arsenal, I'm yet to know. You'd like to think if he was to leave, then there's plans in place for Mislintat to take over. But I'd like to think who is gonna be put into that role, because Gilmandi's been here for a long time. He's obviously knows the way of thinking. He knows the sort of players. He's French as well, and because he's been here for a long time, he's obviously liaised with clubs, built up a good reputation with a lot of clubs, gaining access to maybe training sessions or exclusive, prestigious youth tournaments that most people might not get a part of. You can't knock these things, people, because it does happen. When it comes to scouting, a lot of it is just networking, you know. A lot of it goes beyond just recognising a player is good. So obviously, regardless of the lack of talents that I've just said that we've got from France, if we lose that, we're going to kind of have to start again. Now, let's not be naive. We've got French connections. There's obviously other French scouts at the club and things like that. But it does mean we'll have to make up the ground. So only he knows. If I put myself in his shoes, and I don't know his ambitions. I don't know if coaching's ever crossed the man's mind. I'm just simply assuming that it's a coaching role for this example. I'd probably jump at the chance purely because it's exciting new times. Bordeaux are getting new owners. Obviously it's not on the same level as Arsenal, but it's a new challenge. It could be a new role. It could be a role that never comes across again in your professional lifetime. So you'd have to take it. But again, I don't know if it's a scouting role or a coaching role. I don't know. I'm just speculating. If it's a scouting role and he deems it's good enough for him, and he's going to get more importance and more of a foothold, and I don't know, maybe be somewhat like Michelin tap for them, then again, I would jump at it. I would really jump at it. But only he knows if this is true. Only he knows what he wants to do. I'm just here merely speculating on some articles I've come across on Twitter, to be honest with you, because it obviously connects to Arsenal. But the 47-year-old knows what he wants to do, and we'll see how this develops over time. It remains to be seen if Henry even gets the job, because he is the front runner, but nothing's confirmed allegedly. So we'll see what happens, man. Guys, deluded, get in the comments, subscribe, and do the rest. And thank you very much for watching as usual. I'm out.